There's no doubt that it kind of hurts you mentally to miss cuts and it can get to you. But I remember a really important thing that Thomas Bjorn told me once when I was playing a practice round. He says if you let the scars of like a missed cut get to you, then it dictates your play in the following weeks. And I kind of took that in the times where I was going through sort of some poor form and thought if you work hard, success will come.
Before he travelled to the Trophee Hassan II last month, Ramsay hadn't banked a cheque in 5 starts on the European Tour this season. He ran up a triple bogey on the 8th in the final round, yet still captured the title.
You know, everybody talks about this bounce back ability, and for some reason, if I have a bad hole, I've always been quite good at coming back from it. Maybe on the outside it maybe looks like it affects me, but I never let it go into the next shot, which I've always been really good at. But probably this time I was a little bit more calm, a bit more serene. But yeah, I've always had some inner belief that if something happens in a golf course which is negative, I can flip that and turn it into a positive.
With a closing 69 featuring a flawless back nine of 33, Ramsay set the clubhouse target at 10 under, but a birdie from Roman Vartel on the 18th would have meant a playoff.
I was more nervous watching the TV than I was out on the golf course, because when you're out on the golf course, you know you kind of control your own destiny, and it's on you, which is one thing I love about golf. It's all on you. But watching Romain come in, that he chipped on the green, didn't go in, it didn't really sink in until then, and it was pretty nervous watching it, yeah.
Ramsay could celebrate, as he did when winning the 2010 South African Open and 2 years later the Omega European Masters in Switzerland. But
the third one I think is probably the most satisfying, because it came at a time when if I was honest, I was probably struggling a little bit, but it just kept on believing, and yeah, it came together fantastically well on the Sunday.
One of the champions' rewards at the Trophee Hassan II, a very valuable item.
It's in safekeeping. Yeah, I think we have to get the insurance on it pretty quickly. It's a beautiful dagger, and I get to keep it for life.
After Morocco, he's got a dagger and renewed swagger, and this former US amateur champion is now turning his attention to achieving more success, first in Shenzhen, then in next week's Volvo China Open.
I feel that my form's good. Mentally, I'm probably as good as I've ever been. My goal is always for me to get better, just to add 1% here, 1% there, and it's amazing. Golf at this level, such a fine line, that if you can do that, then suddenly you start getting a little run and you can play really well, and then the world rankings come into it, which is perfect timing because there's some big tournaments coming up.
There have been 3 double winners on the European Tour already this season: Andy Sullivan, Anaban Lahiri and Brandon Grace. But if Ramsay is going to join them, he knows this week's venue has to be respected.
It's a course that it can be fiddly, it can be tricky. There's a couple of really key tee shots that if you get them away, you can make birdie, good chance to make birdie, but if you don't, then suddenly numbers start racking up really quickly. But it's a good layout and obviously immaculate condition, and just looking forward to getting out there and playing, and obviously trying to keep the form going from Morocco.